Oh man, time is running out. We gotta hurry up and get all this done before we lose everything. Greetings, friends! It's that time of year when the temperatures are cooling down, the leaves on the trees have changed and now they're falling to the ground. And this year, for the colder season, we're trying to go make our homestead, our farmstead, just a little bit tidier going into the colder season, because usually when it gets cold, everybody kind of gets lazy and they don't want to put things away, but we're trying to keep things a little extra tidier. And with the leaves falling, I'm like, let's keep those leaves a little bit tidier, make them around the trees to provide some good mulch around the trees. And the kids did this really neat slow-mo videos with the blower. Those slow motion videos, they look pretty neat. But over the past couple years, we've done year-round growing. And at this time of year, we're harvesting things like radishes and arugula. And arugula is one of my favorite crops. It's easy and it sells very well. One of the things I'm noticing is right here in this section, the arugula is growing really well, but over here, not so well. So it looks like we have some type of soil deficiency here that we need to work on. And spotty here on the edge. So one of the things that could have been happening is fertilizer and all different things that we've put in the bed here mainly have been in this section, but maybe they've washed off the edge here, because it's mostly along the edge that we see the problem happening. In the other portions of the bed, it looks just fine. And speaking of areas that are deficient, in addition to spring, the fall is also a good time to fertilize your garden spaces, because all those nutrients and the things in the fertilizer help the plants to have what they need for growing in the fall and in the winter. And one fertilizer that I'm trying out now is Redmond Soil Grow. And in addition to having chicken manure in it, it also has some ingredients that help your microorganisms, your beneficial bacteria, your nematodes and protozoa. And this bed that I was working on adding the fertilizer in needs a lot of TLC. Not only does it need this fertilizer here, it's also heavy clay, and I probably should have watered it beforehand, because we've been in a drought and it was dry. And with growing things at this time of year, the biggest challenge that you have to deal with is the cold temperatures. Protecting your cold sensitive plants from freezing temperatures is the biggest challenge. And generally, our first frost here is in early November. And let me tell you, it came on schedule. However, I wasn't exactly ready for it. Would I be able to cover up all my cold sensitive plants in time before the freeze game? Oh man, temperatures have definitely dropped the past few hours. This is not what I'm looking forward to. I am not looking forward to cold temperatures. I like them to be comfortable. Oh dear, it is what it is. It is part of the ordeal, right? Alright, first thing I need to do is let's start closing up the greenhouse here. Look at all that mint that's growing right there. We don't want that. taking over. It does smell good though. Okay, got a simple setup here. Bungee here. Hold on down. Here we have some recycled chicken feed bags. The boys have added sand in here for me. We'll use these for weights on the side of the greenhouse. In the warmer months, we roll up the sides so that way airflow can flow inside the greenhouse and keep things from seriously overheating. But in the wintertime, the temperatures are freezing, gotta roll the sides down or everything that we try to grow inside over the winter will die. And in addition to rolling up the sides, I also decided to add some Velcro to the corners just to seal things up a little bit more on the greenhouse. Let's go. And not too long ago, as the temperatures were getting cooler, those change of temperatures also brought in some strong winds. And it did some damage to my greenhouse. And I didn't realize how bad the damage was until I actually started working on it. I had some spots that I had to tape up. All right, if you could push there, Sal. Push both parts of it. That's what we're doing. Yep. And also my doors were pretty beat up and damaged. We're needing to start over kind of damage. So I was like, freezing temperatures are coming tonight. I don't have time to make a new door. So I was like, let's just slap some plastic on the ends to cover it, keep things protected overnight. Oh man, and working on the greenhouse took way more time than I thought that it was going to take. And this is the problem. Why? Because I still have other crops in the main market garden that are cold sensitive that I need to do something about. Oh man, we're losing daylight. We gotta hurry up and get this done before we lose everything. Gotta harvest these and get these others covered. Come on! So hurry around and start getting our plastic together so that way we can protect the plants. This year has hands down been the best year that we've ever had with eggplant. Check out all these eggplant. We got eggplant in this bed from here all the way down to here. Eggplant are just all in there. And since they've done so well, it's gonna be tough to see them go. Sad about this cold temperatures coming in. My eggplant are gonna go away. Oh, I know, I should have been more ready for this than I was. Knowing my first freeze date, I should have been ready. But we've been having temperatures around 75, 80 degrees with the lows in the 50s and 60s. And then bam, I get this alert on my phone that we're gonna have temperatures in the 20s coming up. But I'm just thankful that we have these kind of warnings and I can know and do something about it. It just is what it is. Perfect timing, boys. Time to pick some eggplant. Eggplant picking time.
This is a bee.
It is. Go ahead and put it in the tub. Alright. This one got some bad spots on it, so what we'll do is we'll just toss these ones that have bad spots right back in the bed, because just leave those and then they'll just gradually break down, leave seeds in there, and sprout right back up some new plants for next year.
You call this good, Dad?
Oh, the lazy
Dad,
farmer.
is this a good?
Yep,
Because
looks
it got
fine.
little spots on it.
Yeah, looks fine to me. Let's see what you got in there. Is that all you got?
Yes.
Come on. Am I gonna harvest more than you? Or can you harvest more than me? What do you think?
More. Funny.
Yeah. Wow. Big more than me. It's about the same weight though.
I have the biggest.
Wow. You got the biggest eggplant probably. Not quite the most. Good job though. After harvesting the eggplant, we hurried over to the basil. And this basil has been the best basil that I have grown so far. Rutgers basil, absolutely recommend it. It's fantastic, mildew resistant, organic, all that good stuff. Something you want to grow. And regretfully, I couldn't harvest it. So we just decided to just chop it down, and here's why. This year, basil has also done exceptionally well for us. This is the Rutgers basil, and man, a lot of it has gone to seed, which is good for right now. And we're just gonna let these seeds just stay right here and hopefully pop back up next year. And then we also had some peppers, some cayenne peppers that Lacey's been making some salsa from, hot sauce from, all kind of good stuff from, some cayenne tinctures. And I was like, there's no way we're not gonna harvest these. We also had some banana peppers too. I'm like, we got to harvest these. So we harvested those, and then I was like, let's see if we can cut them down and overwinter them. We have some banana peppers here, and also down there we have some cayenne peppers. And I wanna do my best to save as much as we can. So we're gonna cut them down, harvest the peppers off of them, and then we're gonna do what we can to save the pepper plants. So that, what I'm gonna do here, guys.
Hey, put it in the tub.
Nope. I'm gonna set the branches right here. And you guys are just gonna pick off the fruit
And put them in
put
here.
them in the tub. Here, here. And after cutting the peppers down, next we set up low tunnels over them. So that way, hopefully we can save them for next year. And if you're looking for a low cost, easy way to protect your plants over the colder temperatures, I highly recommend setting up low tunnels. They're so easy to do. And whew, it's not perfect, but we got everything harvested that needed to be harvested and everything covered that needed to be covered, I do believe. Because thankfully so, because that next morning it was cold. Whew. Definitely colder than it's been. First frost. Wow. Man. Check out the frost there on the grass. It's actually kind of sad to see it right now. I know it's just a natural change of the season, but it's kind of just sad to see it. You see Lacie's herb garden here, just all frosted over. And this time of year, so many things just die from the cold and the frost. See here where we covered up the pepper plants that we cut down, and then the basil is all bright green and vibrant. Now it's just brown. We got the seeds there. Man, there goes the basil. No more basil outside this year. Oh man, look at the eggplant. We were harvesting eggplant. Look at it now. Those are gone. And over here, look at all that. Looks totally different today. Down here, we have some arugula and radishes. They look like they're beat up, but they'll be fine. It's not cold enough to take them completely out. And then we have down here ducks. Yes, ducks. And they're just hanging out down here, unfazed, maybe even happier. It's cold. Oh, see, you got some eggs in there. And the chickens are doing fine. They can handle our cold here too, as long as they're not cold and wet. And the goats are doing fine. And they know when to get in the shelter. And Cal's over there doing fine too.